Yeah, I definitely know why founders are scared to share financials because sometimes the financials are scary. You don't want, like if you're looking at a business that like, I'll give you an example. Like Jet famously now got to the point where they had like 2 weeks of money left in the bank. Like they only were going to make it through one more payroll. And then Mark closed a round of funding. All was okay. But I didn't know that. And I'm glad I didn't know that because I don't think I could have done my job. I would have been like, what? What do you mean? I'm going to be out of a job in 4 weeks? Oh man, what am I? I'm not going to focus on. I gotta get ready for that, And so I think I think there is a time. Transparency is. I fully believe in transparency, but I also think there's sort of like it's good to not have to deal with the scariest of things. Sometimes a good leader, I think their job is to be as transparent as possible without burdening employees or people on the team with fear. And so if there are big scary things going on, I think that's for the leaders to sort out and to sort out so they can protect everybody else. And you
Mhm.
don't necessarily, I don't think it necessarily makes the organization better if everything that's happening, because even as a leader, you build your own callus with that stuff. Like things, I've been journaling since I started Manone. So I've been journaling for like 6 years, and the stuff that like scared me that I was journaling, I was like, oh my God, this has been an awful day. I don't know how we're going to get past this. The stuff that I wrote about with that tone like 5 years ago, now I look at that and I'm like, that was nothing. I can't believe I was so worried about that. Then 2 years later, it's a bigger thing. And now the things today, I'm like, well, these are real problems. Now I'm facing the real problems. But I'm sure in like 5 years, I'll look back on this stuff and be like, oh, that was nothing. Yeah. So the problems get bigger and bigger, and you have to build a callus and an ability to deal with them. And so I think that's just one reason where it is okay to not be 100% transparent. I don't think that means founders should lie. Like if someone asks directly about finance, like, and this is what I do with my team. I'm pretty transparent, even with burn now. Just like, here's how much we burned. And there's a part of that where it's like, okay, well, someone could do the math and be like, wait, if we don't change burn or don't raise money, like in 14 months, like what happens? And it's like, yeah, that's running a business.
Yeah.
We have 14 months to figure it out. I just think the transparency is important because it creates a sense of ownership. The more you're intimately familiar with something, the more you understand something, the more you feel connected to it, the more you feel like an owner of it. And having employees that feel like an owner of the business is the ultimate advantage. Like you want missionaries, man. You want missionaries.
Yeah.
You don't want mercenaries. And so that's why I believe in transparency. But yeah, going back, I mean, there's certainly, I don't like, I think sometimes there are founders who lie and paint a very rosy picture when it's not good. I think that's lazy. I think you're not doing the hard thing about hard things. Like you have to confront that stuff. But I also don't think like a founder needs to share like, uh, you know, everyone's salary, everyone's performance review, all the financials. I think there's sort of a Goldilocks zone there, but
Yeah.
it's definitely important.